You can actually function at 90% capacity on only 5 hours of sleep. That's a huge deviation. Most people think they need 8 hours minimum. That idea is actually a huge oversimplification. It's a deeply ingrained cultural myth. We all internalize it from childhood. Our brains treat it like a hard rule. But what if that rule is just a suggestion? I remember a time in grad school. I was pulling all-nighters constantly. I thought exhaustion meant failure. I felt constantly foggy and slow. My professor once caught me zoning out mid-sentence. He just smiled and said, "You are fooling yourself." He made me look at my sleep patterns. It was a wake-up call moment. I started tracking my real performance. I wasn't measuring hours slept. I was measuring output quality. The initial results were shocking to me. I was performing much better than I thought. So, what is the real story behind sleep? It's not about a magic number. It's about cognitive load mode management. We talk about sleep debt all the time. That term sounds so dramatic, doesn't it? It implies a massive, measurable deficit. But is it really a debt? Think about it like a battery charge. You don't owe the grid any power. You just need enough juice for the immediate task. This is where things get complicated fast. Your brain doesn't just turn off when you sleep. It actively restructures itself. It prunes unnecessary connections. It solidifies what you actually learned that day. This process is non-negotiable for memory, but acute performance loss hits differently. It's not a gradual fade. It's more like a sudden dip in focus. Suddenly, complex decision-making fails. You start losing executive function. That's the part of your brain that plans. It organizes. It controls impulses. When that dips, everything feels messy. You make simple errors repeatedly. I noticed it when I tried coding. A simple bracket error cost me hours. I was tired, but I wasn't even stressed. My mind was just clumsy. It was like using old, sticky tools. Do you ever feel like your brain just slows down, like wading through thick syrup? That feeling is real. It's not just being sleepy. It's specific system slow down. Now, here is the surprising detail. The initial dip is deceptive. You feel tired, so you push through. You think caffeine will fix it. But the real breakdown happens later. It's when emotional regulation fails first. You snap at loved ones unnecessarily. You overreact to minor inconveniences. That's the executive function taking a hit. It's the emotional governor failing. So, how do you get smarter about this? You need to move past the myth. You need to find your personal baseline. We need to distinguish debt from depletion. Sleep debt suggests you must pay it back. Depletion suggests your current system simply can't run the required tasks. The concept of minimum viable sleep is key here. It is not the amount you should get. It is the minimum you need for your specific day's demands. For instance, a day of intense creative problem-solving needs more. It's different than a day of routine data entry. I started keeping a log. I tracked my best days versus my worst days. I didn't just log the sleep. I logged the quality of my focus. I timed my complex tasks. The pattern started emerging. I wasn't a one-size-fits-all machine. My minimum shifted weekly. 1 week, 6 hours was enough. The next, I needed 7 just to feel sharp. This variability is what we ignore. We treat biology like a fixed appliance. It's not. It's adaptive. The brain is incredibly efficient, but only when given the right parameters. Think about a marathon runner. They don't run the same pace every single day. They adapt to the course. Your brain needs that same adaptability. You must stop aiming for the mythical 8 hours. Instead, aim for functional readiness. What tasks do you absolutely need to execute flawlessly? Base sleep target on that. Don't base it on what your parents told you. Reevaluating this forced a total mindset shift for me. It felt like cheating the system, like I was hacking my own biology. But the results were undeniable proof. I regained mental clarity faster than I expected. My decision-making felt sharper. My reactions were more measured. It was empowering, realizing I held the keys. This process taught me self-trust in my own biology. It was a journey away from universal rules toward personal, empirical evidence. I recall one morning vividly. I felt groggy, genuinely slow. I almost missed a crucial deadline detail. I thought, this is it, I'm failing. Then I remembered the principle. I stopped fighting the fatigue. I accepted the current capacity level. I adjusted my plan accordingly. I worked smarter, not harder on that specific day. That acceptance was the actual breakthrough. It wasn't the extra hour of sleep. It was the understanding of my current limits. That small shift in perspective changed everything. It changed how I approach pressure. It changed how I plan my week. It taught me to listen to the subtle warnings, the low-grade hum of inefficiency. That's your system asking for a recalibration. It's a quiet warning signal. Don't ignore that whisper of fatigue. Pay attention to what breaks first. Is it memory recall? Is it emotional patience? Pinpointing the failure point is crucial. That tells you exactly where the strain is highest. It's a diagnostic superpower for your own mind. We are constantly bombarded with generalized advice. Sleep 8 hours, drink this supplement, eat that food. It all sounds definitive. But life is messy. Your brain is messy. And your optimal performance reflects that messiness. It requires constant, personalized calibration. The goal isn't peak performance always. The goal is sustainable, high-quality performance. That is a much more achievable target. It respects the reality of human biology. It respects the curve of our attention spans. It finally makes the myth feel small and manageable. So, take this knowledge with you. Don't just listen to the general advice. Test the edges of your own capability. Be your own best, most informed experimenter. Next time you feel tired, try pushing it 30 minutes past your limit. See what happens.